It's really, really sad that there's no help for domestic violence victims. There's absolutely no help. I mean, there's barely any shelters. It's so sad. Where I'm at, that was filled all the time. When I went out with semi-abusive ex-boyfriend Glenn William Grevin, my mom almost killed me in 2006, so that's why I lived with him for 7 years. It's lesser of the two evils. But I was judged. Wow, I was judged by my second pay representative. Oh, you're still with him. Yeah, my mom's more abusive. Well, who am I supposed to live with? Oh, well then, I had these little horrible slumlord rooms called Gerhardt. I call it Dead Heart. I mean, they're all crack houses. And then I was forced to buy a professional Susan Chappelle. Like, high quality, way up there. There's nothing in Lancaster. Nowhere to live. That's a problem with Leicester. There's nowhere to live at all. If you have, no income, there is nothing here for a poor person. There's nothing here for Eric Joseph Charles, who was a very talented musician. There's nothing here for him. He didn't get a penny for his work. He had to go out west to be able to do anything at all. There's nothing here for him. Of course, now I'm speaking for... He might totally disagree. Yeah, well, I mean, at least his family was probably a little... He had a good mom. Oh my God, he had a good mom. She paid for his rent, and my mom made fun of his mom paying for his rent. That's what a mom does. That's what moms do. They stick up for their children. They help them out. Oh, God. Helping out. Here. Horrible. Horrifying. A mom's supposed to help out. How can I help out my kids when I never had anything? And I couldn't. When she beat me to the punch with making my oldest son breakfast in the morning. I gave up. Well, what am I supposed to do? I can't even spend 1 second alone with my kids. I was never in that house. I can't even walk alone. The bikes were all right. We used to go biking when they were young, 7 and 9. Then the bikes, all 4 and then turned into 7. How many bikes out there? They were all rusted. They were all destroyed with the rain. Nothing was ever taken care of in the house of trash. So we went for walks a little bit, and my mom had to go along for the walk. That's it. That's why I stayed with Glenn. That's why I stayed with Ted up the street, to get away. Because my mom was a control freak. Had to be around, pretending to read the newspaper when I'm in the living room alone with my kids, making me that uncomfortable, like I can do anything. With a total control freak abuser around me, making me so uncomfortable that I have to stop thinking. I don't even know what I'm doing. Because they're that awful. They're that bad. And an awful life. At least my kids had it a lot better than me. I mean, they were left alone. I didn't appreciate them, unfortunately, doing a drug that they got off of. And I'm glad that they didn't go out to steal or do anything bad to themselves for the drug, like prostitution. that my insane family made up that I did. No, I was raped. I wasn't. I was never a prostitute. I was raped, and they caused me to be raped with the trample Lancaster. I'm sick of it. It's the total truth. I have an unspeakable family. They're awful. Totally awful. There's not one good thing you can say about them, really. Nothing. I mean, why didn't my mom take me to, abort both my boys, which I'm glad that they weren't aborted, but she took me on my third abortion. I would never ever have had any of my problems. Maybe I would just died, going out. Meeting up with, the worst characters, because my mom always cursed me to do the worst in my life, and, I never ever had anything, and I would have just, maybe someone, it's better than being tortured my whole life, which I basically was. It's sad. So at least I can say my kids weren't ever looked at. It was funny. In 2000, was it 17? I was in that house, or was it 2018? I don't know. I had so much horrible shit that happened to me. It's just way too much. 2018, I guess. I had my toes removed at Lancaster General Hospital, because of frostbite. So in my kid's house, my one kid, it was funny, he just had a candle on top of the wooden banister. So when you go up, there was a candle sitting there. And he's like, oh yeah, so, my mom never went out on the third floor to check them out. She always did for me. She always put me down and had to check on me and threw me on the ground and sat on me in the chair. It's just awful. All the hell that I get her. She never even went upstairs when my kids were upstairs, and they could have died up there with, doing a bad drug. And thank God that they didn't go out of their way to get any more. Good. But it's all my mom's fault. She's the one who gave them all that money. And here I'm being raped on the street. And I'm the mom. That's why my life's total hell. Here, she has me raped on the street with the trample Lancaster and all the shit that they made up. That I'm left in the dark, that I'm a prostitute online. I don't know what the hell they're putting out there. They ruined my life. And here, my kids are $32,000. I could have lived in a decent house, had a shower, a working toilet, decent shower. I could have lived. Instead of being raped, and my kids almost died from drugs. I could have had a good life with my boys. No, it was all stolen away. I could have had a decent life. I could have made something with the $32,000. I would have had a place to live with my boys. No one cared. They almost died.